Hey Bobcats, welcome back. Today we're going to combine everything that we've learned about angles so far to solve some more complex angle problems. My challenge to you today is to stop the video after I have shown you a picture of an angle measure problem and see if you can figure out how to solve it before I show you how. So if you are setting up your notes page, pause it now, set up your notes, and then we'll get started. All right, so first I'm going to draw a picture of this problem, and then if you want, you can pause it and try to solve it on your own first, and then we will talk about it. I love these problems. They are so fun. It's like trying to solve a puzzle. That's what it is like for me, and I hope that you feel the same way. So let's say that this angle is x degrees. This angle is also x degrees. And this angle is 104 degrees. So for this problem, we're going to find the measure of every angle, not just these two angles, but also these angles as well. So if you feel so inclined, go ahead and pause the video and try it on your own. The rest of you, let's go ahead and get started. Now, you may see this differently than I do. People approach these problems differently depending on what you see first. Some of you may see, first of all, that this angle and this angle are supplementary. So you may solve to find that angle right here. Some of you may, and then once you have that angle, then these three angles add to 180 degrees and you can find x that way. The way that I see this problem is that these two angles together are vertical angles to this single angle. So what that means is this angle x plus this angle x is going to be equal to 104. So x plus x is equal to 104. So 2x is equal to 104. And divide both sides by 2. And I get that x is equal to 52 degrees. Well, that means this is 52 degrees. This is 52 degrees. And then I want to find this angle right here. So I'll go ahead and do what I showed you earlier. 180 minus 104 degrees. So this is 76 degrees. This angle and this angle are vertical angles. So that means this is also 76 degrees. So there you have it. There are all the measures of the angles for this problem. Let's go ahead and try another one. All right, and we're going to also know that this angle is 81 degrees. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we do have enough information to find the measures of all the angles. So if you'd like, go ahead and pause it, see if you can figure out the measure of all these angles, and then start it again. The rest of us, let's go ahead and get started. Well, first of all, if this is a right angle right here, then that means this is a right angle also, because these lines are perpendicular. Whenever you have two intersecting lines that produce a right angle, that means all of the angles involved in that intersection are right angles. So that means this whole thing right here, this angle is going to add up to 90 degrees. 90 degrees minus 81 degrees is 9 degrees. So that means this right here is 9 degrees. And obviously, if this is a right angle, this is 90 degrees. Now, vertical angles. This right here, this angle is a vertical angle to this angle, which means that they are congruent. They have the same measure. Okay. Now you can do one of two things. You can see that this angle and this angle are supplementary to each other. They add up to 180 degrees. You can also see that this angle, 9 and 90, together are vertical angles to this angle. So either way you solve it, you're going to get the same angle measure. So I'm going to ignore this for a moment. This whole thing right here adds up to 180 degrees. So 180 degrees minus 81 degrees is equal to 99 degrees. That means that this angle right here is 99 degrees. And like I've said before, there's a lot of different ways of looking at these problems. Everybody seems to choose a different starting point, so you may have solved it differently than I did, and that's okay. Okay, one last problem for today, and then I'm going to have you try some of these on your own. So let me draw the picture first. All right, let's see what we are given for this problem. We're given that this is x, this is 2x, and this is 57 degrees. Okay, well, right off the bat, of course, you can pause this and try to solve it on your own, and you may approach this so many different ways. One thing that I see is that these two angles are vertical angles, so this is going to be 57 degrees. Another thing that I see is that this angle, and this angle all add up to 180 degrees. So you can find x that way. Another thing that I see is these are supplementary angles, so I can subtract 57 from here, from 180 and find this angle. So you can choose how to solve this however you'd like. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to say that this angle and this angle are vertical angles, so this is 57 degrees. Now, these two are supplementary to each other, so this is going to be 180 degrees minus 57 degrees. Okay, this is 3. This is 123 degrees. Okay. Now we need to find x. Like I said before, you can take this x plus 2x plus 57 and set that equal to 180 degrees because they're supplementary. They add it to 180. Or you can say that this angle right here, 1, 2, this is a vertical angle to this whole thing right here. And you can set those equal to each other. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to say that x plus 2x is equal to 123 degrees. And then I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms here. I'm going to divide both sides by 3. And I get that x is equal to 41 degrees. Well, that means that this is 41 degrees. And then you multiply it by 2 and you get 82 degrees. Now, if you want to make sure that you have done your calculations correctly, you can add up all the degrees. It should add up to 360 degrees. All right, Bobcats, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed solving these angle measure problems. They're like puzzles and they're so fun. And I hope you can see now the different ways of looking at these problems and the different ways of approaching them. Have a great day, Bobcats.